All right, let's dive right into today's explainer. We are tackling a highly requested and honestly an incredibly important topic today. We're looking at a very specific, very real challenge: building a career in cybersecurity if you don't have a university degree. Maybe you only completed your 10th or 12th grade. Or hey, maybe you're a college dropout. Is the door to the tech world just completely shut for you? Well, stick around because we're going to break down the exact roadmap you can follow right now. It's a heavy question, isn't it? I know how incredibly discouraging it can feel. You might have all the passion in the world. You might have spent countless nights learning exactly how networks operate. But then you look at job postings and see that intimidating bachelor's degree required lines staring back at you. It feels like a massive roadblock. But I want to reassure you right out of the gate here. This explainer is going to reveal that a traditional degree is absolutely not the only key to the kingdom. There are actually some highly effective, non-traditional pathways to establish yourself as a true expert in this field. Section 1. The academic barrier. Specifically, corporate hiring norms. So here is the stark reality that we pulled straight from our source material. Corporate hiring norms are generally, well, very strict. The primary requirement for standard roles, we're talking security analyst, network security analyst, information security analyst, is that you must be a minimum graduate. The harsh truth is, if you don't have that piece of paper, you often won't even make it to the interview round. And obviously, if you can't get to the interview, you can't showcase the incredible skills you might actually possess. It's incredibly frustrating. Section 2. The graduate benchmark and starting salary options. To put things into perspective, let's look at the data for fresh graduates entering the field. If a graduate finishes an ethical hacking course, their starting pay scale is generally around 4 to 5 lakhs per annum. Not bad, right? But look at how it scales. If they enter digital forensics, which heavily involves supporting police cyber cells and forensic centers, they can start at 8 to 9 LPA. And if they jump into web or app penetration testing, freshers can see starting packages of 10 to 12 LPA. That is a highly lucrative world that seems completely walled off if you're a non-graduate. So, seeing those benchmark numbers, the natural question is, how do we actually bypass this corporate barrier? I mean, if the front door is deadbolted because we don't have a degree, where exactly is the side entrance? It's time to shift our perspective from feeling locked out to feeling completely empowered. Let's look at the alternative routes our source lays out for non-graduates. Section 3, Route 1, Bug Bounty, Freelance Services. Welcome to the wild world of the bug bounty. As a non-graduate, you can leverage the exact same skills you learned in ethical hacking and penetration testing, alongside any independent certifications you've managed to earn. You take those skills and you apply them to live servers, actively hunting for vulnerable ports and hidden flaws. You basically select a website, find the vulnerabilities, and report them directly to the company. If your report is valid, they reward you. This could be a straight-up monetary payout, or it could be an honor, like getting your name plastered on their official Hall of Fame. You don't need a degree to report a bug. You literally just need sharp skills. But, and this is a big but, the crucial point is understanding the reality of this freelance lifestyle. While bug bounty programs offer incredible rewards and totally bypass the need for a degree, the major drawback is inconsistency. You might hunt down a critical bug in 1 month and get a massive payout, but then, you might go 2 or 3 months without finding anything at all. It heavily depends on how sharp your skills are and how much effort you're putting in. Because of this, it's really difficult to rely on bug bounties as a fixed, steady income source right out of the gate. Section 4, Route 2, Knowledge Sharing, a reliable source. If you want a steadier income, knowledge sharing is absolutely the answer. This means stepping into the role of a trainer, a teacher, or a mentor. And honestly, the absolute best part, there are 0-degree prerequisites to share what you know online. All you need is strong knowledge of cybersecurity, sharp technical skills, and good presentation skills. By teaching others, you not only help the community, but you rapidly sharpen your own abilities, build a vast network within the cybersecurity space, and slowly but surely create a reliable, fixed income stream. It's a total win-win. Our source provides a really brilliant stepping stone progression for this. Step 1, start on open platforms like YouTube. Now, listen closely here. At this stage, you should not care about monetization at all. YouTube is your training ground. It's where you practice explaining complex hacks, where you refine your presentation skills, and where you start building your network. Once you've built up your confidence and an audience, you move to step 2. You take those polished skills to platforms like Udemy, or you partner directly with companies to sell professional structured courses. This is where you actually lock in that reliable income. And this quote brilliantly illustrates the core mindset you need. Focus on the process. It gives you experience in providing the best presentations. Consistent effort in creating content is literally what transforms you from an unknown enthusiast into a true industry authority. The practice itself is your real asset. Think about it. The better you can explain a complex penetration test, the higher your value becomes in the market, completely regardless of your academic background. Section 5, funding your formal education and closing the academic gap. Okay, this right here is the ultimate loopback strategy. The source strongly recommends that as your earning power grows through teaching and bug bounties, you shouldn't just stop there. You should take that reliable income and invest it directly back into your formal education. Use the money you made through non-traditional routes to finally get those formal qualifications. By doing this, you eliminate the very corporate barrier that held you back in the first place. Think about how powerful you'll be. You'll have the practical skills, the vital certifications, the industry network, the teaching authority, and the degree. You get the whole shebang. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought to reflect on today. Will you let the lack of a degree stop you? Or will you use your non-traditional start in bug bounties and content creation to eventually unlock a traditional powerhouse career? The pathway is clearly there, the tools are right at your fingertips, and the choice is entirely yours. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I highly encourage you to start applying these strategies today. Keep learning and keep building.